It's the NFL on EA Sports. We'll see the dynamic Justin Fields. He's going to have to air it out plenty this week. It's the Steelers and the Vikings, and it's coming up next on EA Sports.
Well, to the locals, it's still and will always be Heinz Field. But for the rest of us, we're along the North Shore of the Allegheny and Ohio Rivers at Acrisure Stadium in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Hi there, everybody. Thanks so much for joining us. You picked a fun one to tune into. I'm Kate Scott, joined by former NFL quarterback Brock Huard. And we've got two quarterbacks here, Brock, who are known for playing a very exciting brand of football. Not just throwing the rock, but taking it themselves, too.
Yep, these are two of the guys who really epitomize the direction that this position's going in the modern NFL. Yep. Pocket passers, they'll have their place. They always will. But a lot of teams...
Ball is teed up. Chris Boswell to do the honors. And we're underway from Pittsburgh. Return starts at the 9. He stopped on the return at the 27. So here come the Vikings, taking the field for their first drive of the game. And they're brought out by the 10th pick of the 2024 draft, a national champion at Michigan, J.J. McCarthy.
Nobody came away happy last week, no question about it. Himself, most of all. His team went 0-1, picking up the loss, but he was 0-1. One pick, no touchdowns. Not good enough. Defeat not an option this week, and neither is a lack of touchdowns. They intend to rectify both.
And they're going to bring him down just beyond the 30 at the 31. Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. From the shotgun, McCarthy. That one doesn't find its man, incomplete.
Hey, I know nobody's perfect, and all you have to do is listen to me and how many words I screw up. But you certainly expect those throws of that length to be 100%. They've got to be borderline automatic in this offense.
Throw left side, brought in by Hawkinson. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. That one goes for 25 yards. And that's going to give the Vikings the first down.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. They send the tight end in motion. Throwing on first, it's McCarthy. Hauled in left side. And this almost ended worse, but he gets a yard out of it. Patrick Queen arranging in for the tackle. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. On play action now, McCarthy. Bails out of the pocket quick. He can run it. Decent yardage picked up here before he slides down to avoid the tackle.
You know, Kate, back in the day, we had a slip and slide at practice for moments just like that. Actually practicing how to slide and get out of harm's way. Nice gain on the play, and denied that defense yet another chance to take a shot on him.
And they bring him down around the 34.
All you can do is shake your head sometimes. Sure, the pass play works, but they come up just an inch or two short for the first down.
McCarthy throwing on 4th down. Escapes the pocket. Oh, he's going to run for it. They come through with 6 yards there, Brock, and they're rewarded with a new set of downs.
You know, that's one of those little mental Rolodex plays. Right before the snap, you know if the read isn't there, that option isn't there, you can use your legs to make the adjustment and go get the first down.
And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
2nd and 12 behind the sticks. He's on the move. Oh, he was on the move, but so was the defense, and they take him down. And that pushes him back, 3rd down coming up.
All right, first sack on the board on the first drive as a defense, and now, well, now we let the chess match begin, the adjustments begin, because we know pressure leads to sacks, and sacks in this league often leads to wins.
So not an enviable spot here as they come up on 3rd and very long. From the shotgun, McCarthy. They'll just huck this one into row C, and some lucky man is going to haul in a heck of a souvenir. No luck finding his receiver that time. And they're going to be stuck with a 4th and long. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And the opening drive of the game ends in 3 points.
A lot of them may make it look automatic, but you get this deep, and those field goals are far from a certainty. It took all his concentration, every bit of his strength, to send that puppy through.
And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. So the Steeler offense getting out there for its opening drive of the game. And bringing them out an electrifying runner and a former first-round pick back in 2021, Justin Fields.
There's still lots of people around the NFL that believe that Justin Fields' best football's in front of them. Major believers of him as an upper-tier quarterback. And the reason why, Kate, is he's got physical traits that are just unique and different. He can run it like a running back, and he can spin a football as well. In fact, that running ability is some of the best in the game. But just continuing to build and refine his game as a passer between the tackles, that will be the key to the longevity of his career.
Back to the well again. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
This offense may want to try and disguise their run a little bit. I don't know if it's the O-lineman's stance. I don't know if it's a cadence. I don't know what it is, but after 2 straight plays going backwards, this defense is all over them.
Freiermuth there to bring it in. And not much doing. He stopped quickly.
Feet and eyes, Kate. Feet and eyes. They so often tell the story of every position on the field. When that quarterback's feet and eyes move to his secondary read, and so often it's a tight end, well, it's incumbent on that defense to fly to the ball. If you want to make that tackle, force the 4th down, it took a great defensive effort to do it.
Juke the defender. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. The Vikings and their running back about to get back to work. And he's been putting together what should finish as a true standout campaign. Right now, top 5 across the league in rushing. First and 10, here's McCarthy. His quick throw knocked away, incomplete.
Well, the QB right there, he put it pretty close to the sidelines to begin with. And the defender, well, that was a nice job. Just simply put a hand out there and let me just encourage the ball to fall incomplete.
That's incomplete, trying to set up the screen there. Well, no look on his first look of the game. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long. Operating from the gun, it's McCarthy. Forced out to his right. He'll make a bid for it on the ground.
He made something out of that play for them. Everyone's so concerned with defending the pass, they didn't quite keep tabs on what he was doing as a QB, and it gave him just enough room to run.
The Vikings getting their punt team out. And this will be his first effort of the contest. Wow, special teams highlight here. What a kick, downing it at the 1. The Steeler offense out and ready to go for their 2nd drive. And they're going to need to go the length of the field to attack that deficit after the punt sets them all the way back to the 1-yard line. Here's a give up the middle. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Ooh, after that play, we can tell he's hurting. He's someone they need to help their playoff hopes. Training staff working on him now. 2nd and 3 now. Now it's Fields. Roman Wilson reels it in. And he's brought down. They're spotting this one right at the 20. And they've got themselves another 1st and 10.
That's good for us Steelers. 1st down.
Play action, Fields. That's caught, Keenan Allen. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. Runs into traffic and hits a wall, no gain. Brought to the ground by Cameron Bynum. 2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here.
2nd and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Out of the shotgun, Fields. It was there, but he couldn't hang on. That's incomplete.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
Fields on 3rd. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down.
Sometimes I wish everybody could feel what that feels like. When you're a QB and you just feel the air in the pocket getting sucked out and you know there's no escape, it can be just one heck of a deflating feeling. Not for that defense who puts a sack on the board.
That punt goes unanswered. No return there. And it's going to be Vikings football. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. They'll motion Jefferson left. On 1st down, they'll run. And they'll manage to contain him after about a 6-yard pickup. Brought to the ground by Dante Jackson. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
Back-to-back carries here. He's descended upon quickly and dropped after it looks like a yard gain. Cole Holcomb there on the stop. All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Throwing from the gun here. Ooh, not much time to adjust, but he catches it still off the tip. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. Now, after that play, we've got somebody shaken up, and you don't want to see serious injury in the midst of their playoff push. He's being looked at here. Backfield is empty as they motion him outright. That's incomplete for the moment. We do have a flag down, but it might not be good news for their offense. That's usually where we see holding calls. He got a major fistful of jersey on that play, and it's going to end up costing him. McCarthy to throw it. And this one's up there, but a little too far up there. Nearly an interception on that play. And now they face 2nd and long. Now they send their back in motion right. Hopkinson reels it in. He gets it forward for a gain of 3. Cole Holcomb there on the stop. Extra man in the secondary for the Steelers. 3rd down coming up. Back to the air, McCarthy. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
Can't cover it much better than that. Really well covered, Kate, on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
Punter takes the field on 4th down, and he sends this one flying. And the coverage team is there as he fields it, so almost nothing on that return before he stopped. It's a 61-yard punt that time. And the Steelers will take over possession. 1st down throw for Fields. Flushed out of the pocket. He's going to keep it this time. And he'll take it up to the 30 before being brought down. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, 1st down.
You know, before the snap, right before the snap, you may have to take off if the read isn't there. That was a great adjustment made at the perfect time for the 1st down.
Here's the lone back on the handoff. And the push forward doesn't get beyond the line. Ivan Pace able to make the stop. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Fields out of the gun. Allen there to haul it in. And he's going to be touched down a yard shy of that marker.
A gain of 10.
Third down, 1 yard to go. They'll try and pick this up on the ground. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
Win the early battle. Get a little leverage. Low man wins off the line, and that's all that was needed to ensure that first down right there.
First down, and they go right back to him. Open space inside the 40. And his gain is stopped on what's going to be the final play of this first quarter. Only a solitary field goal so far as we're through one quarter. Just a field goal separates these two. More from Acrisure Stadium after the break. Second quarter, all queued up and ready to go. It's Steeler football. They're looking at yet another 1st and 10 on this drive. And tough sledding for him. Only room to get it to the 30. He gets a couple on first, and they'll come up 2nd and 8.
On the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he stopped just before he reaches the red zone at the 21. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a first down.
Ooh, I like that. I really like that execution to move the chains. Now that third down call that they had ready, well, they could stick it right back in their pocket for a later occasion.
And he'll be met near the line to limit the gain to a yard. That tackle made by Blake Cashman. Ooh, after that play, we can tell he's hurting. He's someone they need to help their playoff hopes. Training staff working on him now. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Shotgun snap to Fields. Caught by Freiermuth. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
The goal of that little drag route is to get him for at least a minimal gain with space to add after that. That picked up a good chunk, and it was nearly a big play.
Oh, he got for it. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop him. And the defense comes through. That's going to back him up and bring up 4th down. Here comes Chris Boswell in the Steelers field goal unit. Ball on the left hash, 37 yards out. Dicker connects there. And we're all tied up now in the first half.
That's the type of long, sustained drive that takes some of the starch out of your opponent. The only negative is that the kicking team was out there for a field goal and not an extra point. But they do come away with 3.
McCole Hardman now on the return. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Vikings now set to take the field. They struggled to produce on that last series, but better results ahead as they take possession here. Lone back gets the handoff. And they love to see him fighting forward, but he only gets them 3.
That's the kind of run play that feels like tug of war at field day. And you're just not moving the other side. Just a short run. Neither side feels particularly good about it, and we'll move to the next.
Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. They'll empty the backfield and motion him right. Setting up the running back screen. And they're going to bring him down just beyond the 30 at the 31.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
Fair catch made a little beyond the 20-yard line. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Off play action, it's Fields. He's throwing deep to the left side. And that's incomplete. Wanted to dial up the aggressiveness there like that, but couldn't connect. 2nd down. Here's Fields to throw. Doesn't get much beyond the line, a yard at most. That tackle made by Blake Cashman. So a tough spot now. This is 3rd and 9. Early movement along the right side. The flag comes out.
False start, offense.
So tough to stay set when you've got defenders doing everything they can to make you jump, and, well, they got one of them to move that time. Penalty not helping their cause for this third down. Looking to throw Fields. Complete beyond the marker. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
New set of downs for him at the 38. On 1st and 10, it's Fields. Completed over the middle. And they bring him down, but there's a flag on the field.
Holding, offense.
Fighting all he could to keep his quarterback upright, but crossed the line there. That earns the holding penalty. They'll run here following the penalty. Jukes out a one-stop, and he has enough room to gain about 4.
They'll come away happy getting that type of output on most run plays. It's a sign, well, they're getting some good push up front, and this running back is seeing the lanes and paying them off.
Here we go, 2nd and very long. Dumps it off to his running back. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play. Now after that play, we've got somebody shaken up, and you don't want to see serious injury in the midst of their playoff push. He's being looked at here. So a really tough spot here. This is 3rd and a country mile. Fields to throw it. Here's pressure, and he's dropped by the Vikings. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down.
To get home and hit and impact the quarterback at this level, well, typically you got to do what this defense is doing, and that's keeping an offense off balance. Change up your looks, rotate your personnel, throw in some wrinkles, and once again, go hit that quarterback.
Escapes a defender. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. That one an impressive 57-yard kick. And it's going to be their football coming up. So good field position to start with for the Vikings this drive. 1st and 10. Lone back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And he drives ahead for good yardage up to the 45. Pickup of 8 on the run, and that sets up 2nd and 2. On play action now, McCarthy. Hits his running back. And they're going to bring him down at the 36. That play goes for 19 and a new set of downs.
Something out of nothing, Kate, that may as well be listed on his resume because he's so good at it. Caught that one near the line, and after that, it was all him, turning a modest pass into far more than a modest gain.
1st down, ball at the 36. Lone back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And 2 yards is all he's going to get before he's caught. Deshaun Elliott with that tackle. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. From the 34. He sends this one to the end zone. And this one hurts. Had a touchdown in his hands, but he couldn't hold on. 3rd down coming up. McCarthy looking to throw. Able to find Hawkinson. And they bring him down after the play reaches the 26.
That's just discipline with a capital D. The play in the huddle is a running back screen, but it takes discipline for that offensive line to not get downfield. Discipline for that receiver to stay alert, stay aware that he's a viable option as well.
Trying to push this past the marker. And his short gain gets them a new set of downs.
He only needed an inch, Kate, and it was a good thing because he had to fight for that. That defense put up a game effort, nearly made the play to get themselves off the field.
Mitchell takes it straight ahead. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. Give him around 6. That's going to make it 2nd and 4.
Okay, this is why coaches across all levels of football harp on the importance of good, fundamental tackling, not just to hear themselves talk. It's to make sure that when one of their guys has a chance to bring down a running back, they're able to do it and keep those plays from going any further.
And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. They have themselves another 1st and 10. Another carry for him. And as they bring him down, let's check the penalty flag.
Holding. Offense.
Well, partner, they say there's holding on every play. You just got to look for it, right? That time, though, we did not have to look too hard. Now McCarthy. And he just gets rid of it. Knew he had a couple of plays left. Didn't want to take a risk there on 1st down. No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Trying the right side. He breaks the tackle. And as this play winds up out of bounds, let's see what that flag is all about.
Holding. Offense.
So now, partner, got to reevaluate what to do on this next snap because the holding call pushes him back quite a ways. From the shotgun, McCarthy. Catch is made by Elijah Mitchell. And he runs this to the 25 before being brought down. Ooh, after that play, we can tell he's hurting. He's someone they need to help their playoff hopes. Training staff working on him now. So not an enviable spot here as they come up on 3rd and very long. McCarthy throwing here. Has the connection to Hawkinson. And he's short of the 1st after a mild gain.
It's plays like that, Kate, right, wrong, where I sit and judge a defense. I judge the awareness. I judge how well that coordinator's got him equipped to see what's going on the field, not just see it, but attack it. And they devoured that screen game on 3rd down. Okay, one of the areas that kickers and quarterbacks are similar, they want to get into rhythm, and no better way to feel good and get into that rhythm than start a game 2 for 2 as a kicker.
Here's Reichert set to kick this away. Starting from the 5. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. The Steelers are headed back out there now, led by Justin Fields. And among dual threats in the NFL so far this season, there has been no equal. He's leading all quarterbacks in rushing yards to this point. Fields on 1st down. Escapes the pocket. He's on the move. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. This one goes for an even 25 yards. And that's a Steelers 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
A give now from the gun. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
Hey, look, any run of this size is going to wound the defense. But you get this game going right at the heart of their defense, you start to break their will and break their pride.
It's the 2-minute warning now from Acrisure. And it's the Steelers with a 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, Fields. That's complete to Wilson. And they bring him down. Looks like he got it to the 27.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. And with 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
Oh, look at this. Here he goes. And he gets it forward to steal about a yard out of that. That tackle made by Blake Cashman. 3rd down, 1 yard to go. Now it's Fields. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Working across the middle, Brock, it is tough for anybody to make plays through all that mess, even when you're the biggest and baddest pass catcher on the roster.
But as a tight end, you're going to be disappointed because that's what you're paid to do. It's one thing for those undersized receivers you talk about. It's another one for these big tight ends. You are paid to make that catch through contact, and he couldn't do it. inspiring a bunch of confidence in himself right there, Kate. Second time they brought him out for a field goal, and second time, well, he's knocked it right through. Trust is earned in a number of different ways on the field, but that's the best way to gain it as a kicker.
And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. The Vikings with a football here late in the half. And with just under 40 seconds left to go, Brock, they can try a drive, but they gotta hurry. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, it's McCarthy. This is pulled in by McCole Hardman. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line. From the shotgun, McCarthy. Too much lead on that throw. That falls incomplete ahead of his target. Jordan Addison, the intended target. And now they'll face a 3rd and 3. Here's McCarthy to throw. And it's incomplete, and that's going to bring up 4th down.
You know, it's fascinating how those routes you run so many times in practice become a whole lot more difficult in the actual game. That was an important 3rd and short to convert. Very surprised to see that play fail.
Punt team is on now, and they get this away. He calls for the fair catch and has it at the 22-yard line. The Steelers back out on offense. Their running back headed out once again. It's 1st and 10 for their final drive of the half. We've got 23 seconds remaining. A pistol snap, Fields. Wilson's got it. And he'll push this upfield and earn. Set it down. From the 39 now, after that explosive start to this drive. First down throw for Fields. And this won't be caught. Clock is going to stop. We've got 14 seconds to go.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
Throwing again on 2nd down, Fields. And this one won't be caught, but we got a flag here. Looked like there may have been some early contact before that throw arrived.
Defense.
So a little too much contact on the part of the defender, and the officials flag him for it. Back to throw it. Dumped off to his running back.
Kate, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason. When one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league.
And that's going to be knocked away, incomplete. We've reached halftime, and neither team can seem to find an edge thus far. 6-6 our score. Now it's down to Florida, where Jonathan Coachman is standing by in Orlando for the EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Kate, we'll get back to you and Brock in a bit. For now, plenty of early action in the 1 o'clock Eastern window to get you caught up on. So let's get to it. We'll start over in Texas at AT&T Stadium in Arlington, where it was definitely a game with some intrigue, as you can see by the scoreline. Dak Prescott leading the way with a couple of touchdown passes in the victory. From there, we'll skip over to Louisiana to check on the Saints at home in New Orleans. And it was the visiting Carolina Panthers who were victorious in that one. Bryce Young, sharp in the victory, as his guys double up their records at 8-4 on the year. We thought this one would be a close battle coming in, and we have not been disappointed. They're all even to this point. This has the feeling of a game that could go right down to the wire. One mistake or one big play could turn out to be the difference.
All right, thank you, Coach, and we are back and about set to begin the second half. Calvin Austin on the return. They'll have decent field position to begin with here, Brock. He's tackled just beyond that 30-yard line. We'll see the Steeler offense first this half as they're headed out now. And they could take control in the second half early, Brock, if they break the tie on this opening drive. He's loaded another one up. That one's incomplete. Had the connection, but some stone hands got in the way there. Couldn't connect on first. It's second down. Here's Fields to throw. A quick throw is swatted away, incomplete.
Read and react, read and react, read and react. Got to read where the quarterback's eyes are going, and then you got to react as he begins to throw to get to a spot and knock it away.
Fields on third. He throws a bullet deep to the... That's complete inside the 35-yard line. It goes as a pickup of 37 yards. And it'll bring up a Pittsburgh first down.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
They send a tight end in motion. They'll run here on first down. And tough sledding for him. Only room to get it to the 30. 2 on the pickup there, and it's going to be 2nd and 8.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
Back to the well again. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Give him about 3 yards, and now they're going to have 3rd and 5 to figure out.
Now 3rd and 5.
Shotgun snap to Fields. He has the first over the middle. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of third downs just like that.
On first down, they'll run. And he doesn't get this one very far, down to only about the 18. 3 yards on the first down play, and that brings up 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Back-to-back carries here. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Now after that play, we've got somebody shaken up, and you don't want to see serious injury in the midst of their playoff push. He's being looked at here. Vikings defense countering with a nickel look. 3rd down coming. Fields out of the gun. Looking end zone, but touchdown denied. Knocked away, incomplete. That throw doesn't lead to 6. And 4th and 4 coming up. Here comes Chris Boswell in the Steelers field goal unit. This 32 yards out on the right hash. Dicker connects there. And they've taken back the lead.
Okay, we know that every one of these NFL games, well, they could take a life of their own every single weekend. Some are high-flying with lots of points. Others, like this one, they're a grinder. And when you're in a low-scoring game, every one of these kicks is important.
This return starts at the 5. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Minnesota offense ready to set up shop again. And their defense sure has kept this game close. Now it's time for them to come through, get some points for their team in this low-scoring affair. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. McCarthy to throw it. Dump off caught by his back. He gets it ahead, winds up with about 3. Deshaun Elliott with that tackle. 2nd down now, 7 to go. They'll go play action here. It's McCarthy. Headed out right. Trying to get away from the pressure, but he can't, and they drop him. And that pushes him back. 3rd down coming up.
It's looking like a dreaded 3-and-out offensively, but listen, if you can't keep your quarterback clean and upright, you're going to need some magic, big-time magic, to convert on this 3rd and long.
Launches one deep downfield. Into double coverage. Ooh, don't want to do that, and he's there for the interception. Minkah Fitzpatrick has got it. And the Steelers have it as he records his 7th interception of the season. Well, no doubt they envisioned that as the start of a second-half push for the lead. But the defense, well, defense had other ideas, Brock, protecting their team's advantage and taking possession back on the first play of the series.
Not the way you needed to start the half if you were thinking comeback, but exactly the way to start the half if you're trying to take this lead and step on it. That's a defender who sensed the need for a splash play and delivers.
The Steeler offense set to get back on the field. And it has been all about these defenses so far, Brock. Even into the second half, we're still waiting for one of these offenses to take charge.
Yeah, what you're feeling, these defenses are making every yard tough, every first down tough, every series tough. And offensively, yeah, it's time to toughen up and maybe more importantly, sharpen up.
Well, partner, they say there's holding on every play. You just got to look for it, right? That time, though, we did not have to look too hard. Hand off to the back. And he stopped. Now we'll wait to hear what this flag is all about.
Illegal block in the back. Offense.
So they catch the illegal block in the back, Brock, and that's rare that we see the clipping call. It's a dangerous play. It's rightfully going to back up this offense. Fields throwing here. He's on the move. He'll try and run this.
Justin Fields scrambles from the pocket. A gain of 17
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9.
at the 32-yard line.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Allen on the catch. And that will not be enough for a first down. Battle coming up on 3rd and inches. Looking to throw Fields. Cover man is there, and he harmlessly knocks it away. Incomplete. He was looking Keenan Allen's way there. So it's going to be 4th and short. The Steelers set to punt it. It'll be Cameron Johnston doing the honors. And he sends this away. Definitely his best kick of the game thus far. And he's brought down before the return gets far. Ooh, after that play, we can tell he's hurting. He's someone they need to help their playoff hopes. Training staff working on him now. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. On play action now, McCarthy. That one's out to the sideline. He's got it inbounds. Nice toe drag there, but we do have a flag on the play. So not a holding call. One of the linemen actually too far downfield that time. That's what drew the flag.
Still first down.
Play action on 1st down. Caught by his back. And this isn't resolved quite yet as he goes out. We've got a flag down. Looks like it's going to be on the offense. Fighting all he could to keep his quarterback upright, but crossed the line there. That earns the holding penalty. Here's a give up the middle. Still some room at the 20. And he's all the way forward to the 21.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
Here's 2nd and 11. Able to find Hawkinson. And he gets him around 6 there. Patrick Queen ranging in for the tackle. Now after that play, we've got somebody shaken up, and you don't want to see serious injury in the midst of their playoff push. He's being looked at here. And the Steelers going nickel. 3rd down. Back to throw. Here's McCarthy. And he just gets rid of this one, but unfortunately, that means 4th down coming up. Looking for the back that time. So they're left with 4th down here. Minnesota lined up in punt formation. Averaging a little under 50 a kick so far, Brock, as he gets away another one. Jukes one defender. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. The kicking team got downfield quickly there. He didn't manage much on the return. And they'll get ready to go on offense. Ball at the 33 for 1st down. Off play action, it's Fields. Completed over the middle. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stopped.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end, because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets...
And the Vikings rush brings him down.
Justin Fields.
And that pushes him back. Third down coming up.
A loss of 12 brings up third down.
And this might be a free play. Let's see what they do. Dumps it off to his running back. And they take him down, but there's a flag on the play.
Offside. Defense.
Pretty easy call to make. He lined up offsides, and now he gets a talking to from his coach.
Still third down.
Well, the call helps, but still a third down to figure out now. Out of the shotgun, Fields. Vacates quickly left side. And he does quite a bit of damage before they finally take him down. And it wasn't too long ago that we saw Lamar Jackson set this record, Brock, but no surprise, he comes along and resets it. Now a new single-season record for quarterback rushing. And from his example, I expect to see more young quarterbacks in his mold in the future. On 1st and 10, it's Fields. Escapes the pocket. Look, and this time they're going to get there, and they drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
You know what I call that, Kate? Punch. And you took a punch, but then you countered right back. You give up a big play, massive play, but you don't hang your head. You come right back, you get a sack of your own, and you change the momentum.
And he's in trouble and gets brought down again. And back-to-back takedowns behind the line of scrimmage set him up now with third down.
Time we offered some serious blanket praise for this entire group defensively. The guys up front, they've certainly generated the pressure. Everybody on the back end in coverage, well, they're holding down their assignments to delay these throws. This is going to be one tomorrow, one fun tape to watch, because 6 sacks, it's hard to come by in this league.
So he jumped too early, and that's going to cost him 5 yards.
Still third down.
Even with the assist from that defense, still third down here. Back to throw. Here's Fields. Setting up the running back screen. And he's going to go out of bounds just short of that red zone.
I'm a big fan of the screen pass. Really, you can run a screen as they just showed on any play. First, second, third down, sometimes even fourth. But it takes great acumen, a great football IQ defensively to have an awareness it's coming, and then more importantly, to stop it. But when we start discussing who their most dependable scorer is in this game, I don't think it's one of these skill guys, not even the quarterback, who comes to my mind first. I'm going to bring up this kicker. He's now a perfect 4 for 4 on field goals and contributing big time to this lead.
Hardman with a return. Tackle made as the return gets it out to the 32. The Vikings taking the field on offense. And I'm sure they're tired of bringing out the punter, Brock. They're hopefully going to give him some rest this time around and find some points to go after that lead. It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's able to power this forward, but they stop him after 2 yards. 8 yards to go. Well, let's see how they approach this second down. From the 34. Couldn't connect across the middle. It's an incomplete pass.
Hey, Kate, I know it's unrealistic to expect a 100% completion rate from anywhere on the field. But in this close, you really shouldn't be missing too many throws. Those need to be borderline automatic.
Rolling left, buying some time. The ball's out. The ball's out. He lost it. And this is going to be a turnover. The defense forces the big play.
Hey, a normal old stop with third down just wasn't good enough for this crew. Nope, they had to rip the ball away from them literally in an impressive and dominant play that sets their offense up for success.
The Steelers offense headed out. And their last drive did end in points. Not as many as they wanted, though. They had to settle for that field goal despite advancing the football pretty well. Lone back gets the handoff. And they're going to touch him down after a short pickup.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
Neutral zone infraction. Defense.
He thought he had the timing down and could make the play, but just a hair too early.
Still second down.
Offense to the line for second down. They'll run here following the penalty. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
What was supposed to move the chains or at least make third down easier to handle instead? Well, did the exact opposite here, Kate. It now makes this third down a whole lot trickier to figure out.
Third and long for him here. Gets it to him on the screen. Breaks the tackle, still going. And he's brought down at about that 27-yard line. It's a gain of 12 there. And that's a Steelers first down. Some movement there before the snap, right side of the line. This is going to back them up.
Ball start. Offense.
One of the most common penalties in the sport, and the reaction, it's the same every time, Brock. Frustration from the coach as they get backed up 5 yards. Has him on the quick hitter. And he takes it across the 30 before heading out.
Translatable skills, that's what you call it. So effective as a runner, but those same traits that make him a great runner, adept at getting those yards, well, he translates it now as a receiver in the open field.
And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. So they'll be set up with a first and goal when we come back. It's the Steelers with the ball. They're leading, but not by a lot. All set up for an insurance score here. It's first and goal. Working inside the red zone. Splits a couple of defenders and completes it.
I'll tell you this, you don't want to make a living throwing into double coverage, but double coverage and still finding a way to beat the defense and haul it in. That's not a situation many players win, and there aren't a lot of quarterbacks willing to make that throw and trust their receiver to get it done.
And good tackle, but a flag is down, likely against the defense. Easy call for the officials there. He was offsides at the snap, and that's going to cost him.
Still second down.
So the penalty takes some of that distance away. Things tightening up here for second and goal. Now Fields. And they will score. Touchdown, Pittsburgh! The Steelers go up by 12 in the fourth. They were throwing for it there, and they didn't care who knew about it, Brock. And it turns out, hey, nothing was going to stop them either.
Yeah, there's something about an empty formation. You are declaring to a defense, other than QB draw, this ball is going to be in the air. But at the same time, you also force the defense's hand. There's only so many coverages they can play, and they just exposed them.
The Steelers leaving their offense on the field. We got a two-point conversion coming up. And this is caught, so add a couple more to this lead they've got here in the fourth. Oh, it's a favorite of NFL teams and armchair quarterbacks alike, partner. The quick slant. It is so tough to defend that close to the goal line, and this time it works for two.
It sure is. It's one of those plays that I think Bart Starr was running in the 60s, that slant route.
Whoa.
When you incorporate it with the threat of a fade as well, that's when it becomes so effective. But you get inside that DB, you show the quarterback your numbers, and it's almost automatic for a two-point conversion.
And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Right up the gut. And he'll get it up to the 27. Ooh, after that play, we can tell he's hurting. He's someone they need to help their playoff hopes. Training staff working on him now. 2nd and 6 coming up here. From the 27. Flush down out to his left. He takes it himself. It goes as a gain of 19 yards. And it'll bring up a Minnesota first down.
You know, these are the type of plays that really get an offense going. This is a chance for a QB to inspire the guys around him. Calling his own number, carrying his teammates to a first down on that big run. That inflates an offense, and it can suck the wind out of that defense.
Dumped off to his running back. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss. Now, after that play, we've got somebody shaken up, and you don't want to see serious injury in the midst of their playoff push. He's being looked at here. Operating from the gun, it's McCarthy. This finds Smith. And they get this down to the 44 before he stopped.
Gosh, I really like this receiver on that drag route in particular. Why? Because he's a guy that creates after the catch. They don't close quickly. He could take it to the house.
Here's the give on 3rd and short. And defenders continue to swarm over to get him at the line. It goes as no gain on the 3rd down run, and now they face 4th down.
Where one defender failed, well, his buddy was there to swarm to the ball and make that play just as it gets to the line of scrimmage.
That's cut beyond the marker. And he's tackled with the first down yardage. Ooh, after that play, we can tell he's hurting. He's someone they need to help their playoff hopes. Training staff working on him now. First down, ball at the 36. From the gun, here's a handoff. And this one doesn't go far. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7. From the shotgun, McCarthy. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. Now after that play, we've got somebody shaken up, and you don't want to see serious injury in the midst of their playoff push. He's being looked at here. Let's see what they went with on 3rd down. First throw for the backup now. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
Not terribly complicated on this one, just not the 3rd down screen you wanted to run. Little chance they were getting the first, and apparently, little chance they were going to even gain a positive yard at all.
Their punter making his way out now. And this is the 5th time he's been called upon today. And that's out. We're just waiting for the spot. They're going to say it cleared the sideline over top the 14. Pittsburgh getting its offense all set to go. They're up by 2 scores, Brock, but we've got some time left, so they still need to mount a drive here. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Fields out of the gun. Finds him over the middle. And he'll take it up to the 30 before being brought down. Give him 15 yards on the pickup there. And he'll bring up a Pittsburgh first down. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's only going to get 2 or 3 yards on that one.
Hey, not a bad play by any means, but there's room for more, and they know it.
Here's 2nd and 7. He's on the move. He can run it. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
Escapes the pocket. Oh, he's going for it again. And he'll get this through the midfield stripe and starts pushing into Vikings territory.
You know, Kate, they always say that QB clock, you know what it's more like? It's more like an alarm, especially in a situation like that, and it's a good thing you woke up to it, able to make something out of nothing and at least keep them moving forward.
This one misses the tight end. And now they need to get 4 on 3rd down. Now it's Fields. Setting up the screen. And they get this down roughly to the 34-yard line. Give him 11 yards, Brock, and a fresh set of downs.
This dude's just simply got a nose for the marker no matter how they get him the ball, Kate. Hand it to him, and he sniffs out that first down. Get it to him on a screen, and it's no different. He surges ahead and keeps this drive moving.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. Play action, Fields. Bails out of the pocket quick. He's gonna tuck it and run. And he wisely avoids contact, sliding down there, and that played good enough for a first. Give him an even 10 yards on the play. And that's a Steelers first down.
1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Trying the right side. And he's got it down into the red zone at the 16. Good run, gets him 7. That brings up 2nd and 3.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
Shotgun snap to Fields. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
Oh, that was such an opportunity lost. They were looking for a way out without giving up any points on the series. And instead, well, he just couldn't quite hang on.
And that's incomplete. He's going to wish he hung on to that pick there, but it's still going to bring up 4th down.
That was it. That was their chance to escape this series. They were looking for a way out without giving up any points, and that was their ticket off the field. Unfortunately, he just couldn't quite hang on.
And it is good. No problems there on the shorter attempt. And that makes this a 3-score game.
I think you could call this one now, Kate. His field goal makes it a 3-score game, and even the most improbable comeback attempts are going to have a hard time erasing that type of deficit here in the final quarter.
Returns looking good so far. His return reaches that 34-yard line before he stopped. Ooh, after that play, we can tell he's hurting. He's someone they need to help their playoff hopes. Training staff working on him now. Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. Throwing here, Clifford. He's on the move. He's keeping it.
Well, this is in every quarterback's tool belt, even the ones not regarded as the best movers and shakers. But, Kate, to play QB in the league today, you've got to be able to do this. If you've got nobody open, still get some positive yards with your legs.
He'll get this to Jefferson. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. Sets him up nice and pretty at the 25 following that big play. Play action on first down. He's got it at the 5. And that's a Minnesota touchdown. All right, so the offense does its job, Brock. Now they need their defense to give them a chance to overcome that big deficit.
The momentum in the building's clearly changed. We can feel it here in the booth, but you're right. It's now up to the defense to make a stop and give them a chance.
One after try good by Reichert. And the Vikings cut the lead down to 10.
23, Vikings 13.
That lead trimmed just a bit, down to 10 points now as the kick is up and away. This one's fielded at the 40-yard line. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Steelers headed back out on offense. Their quarterback returning to the field now. And on that last drive, Brock, he crossed a notable threshold in passing yards for the season. Always nice when you can reach one of those plateaus to look back on after the year's over. They'll run here on first down. A flag's down as he stops. Looks like this one's on the offense.
Holding offense.
So now, partner, got to reevaluate what to do on this next snap because the holding call pushes him back quite a ways. Fields to throw it. Flushed out of the pocket. Now he takes it. And they're going to bring him down just beyond the 30 at the 31. 2nd and 6 coming up here.
Brings up second down.
From the 31. Ooh, incomplete there on 2nd down, but boy, a risky throw on a check down of all things. Nearly picked off and headed the other way. Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Out of the shotgun, Fields. He beams one deep right side. Looking for George Pickens that time. 4th down coming up.
Any DB prefers a highlight reel interception to just forcing an incomplete pass. But as soon as he realized a pick wasn't possible on the play, well, he gets his hands on it and made sure it wasn't completed.
And some textbook work covering that punt. It is stopped after almost nothing on the return. Now the Minnesota offense trotting out. And this game might be going better if he could have some more time just to work back there. This pass rush has been all over them. Really keeps taking this offense out of any grooves that they've managed to get into.
Okay, I like to say in life there's energy givers and there's energy vampires.
Yeah.
And for this defense, these sacks right here, they're such energy givers. And man, it's like a vampire sucking the juice out of an offense.
Yeah, I love that. And the 1st down pass sent away by a defender, incomplete.
The ability to track the ball, right? Ball skills isn't just knocking it away, and that's a beautiful job there, Kate. The ball skills is also being able to track a ball on a deeper...
Got him deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out. Oh, they got it back. They can try and salvage something. Offense in the hurry up here. Short throw is dropped. This one's incomplete. Trying to find Justin Jefferson. And now they're staring at 4th and long. Clifford back to throw. And that one's going to be knocked away, and that's going to force a change in possession. So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense.
Well, I think every analytics book out there, Kate, said you got to go for it. You're in 4-down territory, down a couple scores here in the 4th. But now it's all about the defense. Can the defense come with a quick turnover or a stop to somehow, some way, spark a comeback?
On 1st down, they'll run. And they bring him down, but there's a flag on the field.
Holding. Offense.
All right, this is a little bit odd. I think in most spots we'd expect to see them decline the call, take the lost yards and down.
All I can think of here is they've got some extreme confidence, maybe hubris in their defense to make a similar type of play, but just tack on even more negative yards lost.
Now after that play, we've got somebody shaken up, and you don't want to see serious injury in the midst of their playoff push. He's being looked at here. Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. Another carry for him. And he carries it for a big gain that gets him down into the red zone. A good pickup of 8 yards, but still more than that. 9 to go now on 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 9.
Fields looking to throw. Escapes the pocket. Oh, he's going to run for it. And he slides down inside the 5-yard line. That one goes for 15, and now they're going to have 1st and goal. That brings us to the 2-minute warning in Pittsburgh. Steelers nearing their 9th win of the season. 1st and goal now as they try to pad this lead. They'll put one of the tight ends in motion. They'll try and punch it in. And he's not going to reach the end zone. They bring him down at the 1. So quickly the defense burns a timeout here. 1:57 remaining in the game. Now it's 2nd and goal from the 1. They'll hand it to him again. And he gets in. Touchdown. The Steelers can put this out of reach as they make it a 16-point lead. Now they'll try the point after. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Steelers take a 3-possession lead. The kicking team out there for the Steelers, and here they go to send it away. Return coming from the 6. He stopped on the return at the 27. The Vikings offense back to the field now. And this a final opportunity to make things a little closer in that final score. Clifford looking to throw. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. No dice on that prior pass. Here's second down. Here's Clifford. Throw right side, caught by Smith. And he's downed after getting this up to the 41. Gotta hurry this to the line. And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't gonna risk a throw or force something. It brings up second down. Ooh, after that play, we can tell he's hurting. He's someone they need to help their playoff hopes. Training staff working on him now. So after the incompletion, here comes the second down call. They'll throw it again. Completed over the middle. And he pushes this down to the 42 before going down. Now after that play, we've got somebody shaken up, and you don't want to see serious injury in the midst of their playoff push. He's being looked at here. They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. He'll throw it yet again. Has him on the quick hitter. And they bring him down around the 34. Minnesota spends its second time out here. From the 34. Into the hands of Jefferson, complete. And he takes it in for the Minnesota touchdown. The Vikings get it back to within 2 possessions. It's a Justin Jefferson touchdown. I think we actually saw him call it early there, Brock. He made that throw, and then he signaled it was gonna be a touchdown. Like a guy calling it before his three-pointer goes through the net.
Oh, you mean like Larry Legend Bird? In the three-point shooting contest in the 80s?
Or maybe like a Tyrese Maxey, you know, but whatever.
Well, the kids aren't alive, I get it. And they weren't alive in the 80s. They didn't see Larry Legend do it, but he did. And he anticipated, just like the quarterback.
And they get there to take him down right around the 41. Even with that kick, there wasn't much chance of pulling off the comeback. And now that they've failed to recover, partner, I'd say this one officially over and done with.
They went out taking every chance they could, right? Swinging as much as possible, but you just can't have this big a deficit this late in the game. Pete Carroll likes to say, can you win a game in the first quarter, the second quarter, third quarter? Nope. You win it when it matters in this league, and that's finishing in the fourth.
Your favorite formation, right, Brock? The victory formation here as he takes a knee. Now the Vikings use their third and final timeout. He's down to a knee, and the Steelers getting ready to celebrate this victory.
This is situational football at its best. There's still some time left to bleed off the clock, but the really important thing here is you've got to bleed every second of that clock that you can.
They drop to a knee, and what little time we have left here is going to tick down.
Nothing left to do now, Kate, but celebrate on one side and watch on hopelessly from the other. What a hard-fought effort to get to this spot, and now you can enjoy the victory.
4th down, and on comes the punt team, and the kick's away. Well, Brock, the fans, all right, here we go, Steelers, as they take the win on the North Shore. And just a week after being soundly defeated, they're back out there playing a much better brand of football. Short memories prevail, Brock, as they move past that loss and get back to some winning football. So for Brock Eward, our incredible crew, everybody here at EA Sports, I'm Kate Scott signing off. We'll see you next time. The Steelers are winners as we say so long from Pittsburgh.